We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Off the play fake, Mitchell. Open man, it's Goddard, the tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mitchell. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, Charles, look, this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and they're on back-to-back plays. We're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Prescott now. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
3.5 to go, first quarter. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Head to the line, facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted. I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. gains yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. We're scoreless after one. Here we go now on first and goal. Looking to throw. Mitchell. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Back to throw. Mitchell. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Dolphins at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Mitchell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A little juke. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. Mitchell now operating from the gun. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Akers. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Now Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Hunter Nicewander on a punt now on 4th down. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Taken in at the 22. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goedert. That's complete. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. One of the Jets sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right. And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Mitchell. He's going up top for Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
To throw is Mitchell. To throw on second down. That's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. Off play action. Mitchell. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Mitchell looking to throw on second down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
After an incomplete pass pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Mitchell. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They'll go with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Mitchell off the play fake. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Reggie Gilliam from 10 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over one.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. They find some open field here. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down at 5.
19, go!
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 79 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Mitchell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
46.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
3rd and long for Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try and sneak it here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Coup for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And Johnson's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. There's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Room here to run. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Las Vegas, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. it.